Hello, little explorers! Tonight, we'll travel deep into the autumn forest, where a little squirrel named Niko learns that sharing is one of the greatest treasures of all. It's a story of kindness, courage, and friendship. So snuggle in, close your eyes, and let's begin our bedtime adventure. The forest glowed with the colors of fall. Orange, red, and golden leaves drifted from the trees like sparks of fire. Niko the squirrel scurried busily across the ground, cheeks puffed, basket full of shiny brown nuts. Winter was coming, and every squirrel knew the rule: gather as much as you can. Niko was especially nervous. What if I don't have enough? What if the snow comes early? He muttered, tucking another nut into his pile. He stacked them neatly in his hollow tree, counting them over and over again. No matter how many he had, he still whispered, "What if it's not enough?" The next morning, Niko spotted two little robins shivering on a branch. Their feathers were puffed up against the cold. "Good morning, Niko," chirped the birds softly. "We've flown far, but the ground is frozen. We haven't eaten today. Do you have a nut to share?" Niko froze. His eyes darted to his pile, then back at the robins. His tail twitched nervously. "If I give them some, I'll have less for myself," he thought. But the robin's eyes were gentle and hopeful. Niko's heart softened. He picked up two nuts and rolled them toward the birds. The robins chirped with joy. "Thank you, Niko. We won't forget your kindness." And off they flew. Niko smiled faintly but sighed. "I hope I didn't make a mistake." That night the sky darkened. Wind howled through the forest, rattling branches and shaking trees. Niko clutched his basket as his tree hollow trembled. Crack! Boom! The storm knocked branches loose. A few of Niko's nuts spilled out and rolled into the muddy ground below. He scrambled to catch them, but the storm pushed him back inside. When the storm finally passed, Niko looked sadly at his smaller pile. "Now I really don't have enough," he whispered, curling into his tail. He thought of the robins and how happy they looked. At least they had food, he sighed, closing his eyes. The next morning, Niko heard cheerful chirping outside. The two robins returned, each carrying a small acorn in their beaks. "For you, Niko," they chirped together. "We found these far away and wanted to share." Niko blinked in surprise. "But I gave to you, not expecting anything back." "That's what kindness does," the robin said, placing the acorns carefully by his pile. "It grows and comes back to you." Niko's heart swelled. His hollow felt brighter, warmer. The robins flew off, singing. For the first time, Niko didn't count his nuts, he just smiled. Later that week, a small hare hopped into the clearing, looking thin and tired. His ears drooped. "Niko?" said the hare shyly. "Do you have a nut or two? I've searched all day and found nothing." Niko hesitated. He still worried about his supply, but he remembered the robins, their gift, and how his heart had felt. With a brave smile, he gave the hare 3 nuts. The hare's eyes widened with gratitude. "Thank you. I'll remember this." He hopped away, leaving Niko with a lighter pile, but a lighter heart too. Snow began to fall, blanketing the forest in white. Niko curled up in his hollow, nibbling one of his nuts. Some days were hard. His pile wasn't as big as before, but he felt strangely calm. Then, one by one, his friends returned, the robins, the hare, and even a hedgehog he had once shared with. Each brought him a small gift, seeds, berries, and more nuts. Niko's hollow overflowed again, but this time with warmth, laughter, and friends. And that was the story of Niko, the squirrel who shared his nuts. At first, Niko was afraid he would not have enough. But he learned something magical. When we share with kindness, the world finds a way to give back. Sharing isn't losing. It's gaining friendship, love, and trust. Remember, little explorers, sometimes the smallest act of kindness can grow into the biggest gift of all. Good nights, sleep well, and may your dreams be full of kindness and joy until our next adventure.
Thank you for watching with us here on Bedtime Explorers. Every week, we bring your child inspiring new videos, magical bedtime stories, short moral tales, learning adventures, and even life skills for kids. This is a safe and positive place for children to imagine, relax, and grow. Don't miss out. Subscribe today and give your child the best of YouTube. Stories and lessons that inspire a lifetime of curiosity and kindness. Bye for now, friends.